Hey guys, what's up? Okay, so today we have our knockoff Space Invader thingamajigger, and we're gonna try some different suppressors on it. Thankfully, we have our microphone out this time because I shot it before and it was just terrible. It was absolutely garbage because it didn't have a proper microphone. Microphone makes a huge difference, even though it's not as good as in person. It makes a huge difference. So anyway, what we're gonna do is we got this guy. We loaded up some of our 165 grain super quiet ammo, right? I love this stuff. I actually haven't shot it yet to make sure it confirms in here, and hopefully it does, because we loaded like 500 rounds of it. Hopefully it's gonna work right. But this is the stuff I've used before. It's my copy of the Hush, the Freedom Munition Hush 165 grain stuff. That stuff is gold for suppressed 9mm. That's the best thing in the world, in my opinion, for suppressed 9mm. It's wonderful. This is the best load that I have made that is close to that. So anyway, hopefully this guy's gonna work. But for today, suppressor-wise, we're gonna run a couple of cans. We got 4 cans. We have the CGS Mod 9 SK. Shot that guy before. He is going to be louder. I know that straight up right off the bat. He is definitely going to be a louder can because he's the smallest one. Next up is the Omega 9K, a favorite. I like that guy. Then we have, I don't know which one would be next in size necessarily, just depending on how you look at it. One's a little fatter, one's a little longer. The YHM R9, I'm really liking that can. Just going to say that. And then the Wolfman in short, but also we have the extension we'll put on here in a minute. So we'll shoot it all like this. These are all, I think they're all, I don't know if they're dry or wet or muggy. I don't know. They probably have some solution in there from something, but we'll shoot them dry, right? And then, depending on time, because we're really pressed for time, we'll shoot them wet. But let's just shoot them from smallest to largest, and let's see how it rolls. That's pretty much it, yeah. Let's just do it, right? Let's do it. All right, we can actually do it from right here. This is nice. I don't really have to move anywhere or go anywhere. So, starting off, CGS Mod 9 SK. Sexiest looking one probably, but it is short. So, not sure exactly how that's going to work as far as sound. Here we go. All right, let's hope everything works right. And I'm just going to shoot past the camera into the snow. I'll shoot down into a log. Give this a smack. That should be telling. If that's the loudest one, you can hear noise down other places. Very pleasant to the ear. And I just did get done shooting a bunch of other rifles and stuff, so maybe my ears are shot for today. That didn't sound bad at all. That sounded actually pretty decent. And I don't think that can was wet. So, SilencerCo Omega 9K. Same thing, same ammo. Yeah. It's funny. It's weird. So the end of this receiver extension, this buffer tube, I can feel puffs of air coming out of it. It's kind of weird. Doesn't get in my eyeballs. I do have glasses on, but doesn't get in my eyeballs. But anyway, interesting. Nice. Okay, that guy works. R9. All right. I really like this can. All right, so let's see. R9. Nice and quiet. Now, we do get some echoing around from stuff, so if you were in an area that was like, you could shoot in your backyard, but you had neighbors, they're gonna hear something, but it ain't loud. I'm telling you, it's not really loud. Wolfman in short. That almost sounded louder than the R9. Let's see, let's just do that again. We'll go backwards. 3 rounds, going backwards. Wolfman in short. R9. Omega 9K. Oh, held that last round open. That probably sounded a little louder. All right. CGS Mod 9 SK. Interesting. So definitely 100,000%, this guy's the loudest. Or yeah, the loudest. But even as the loudest, out here in basically a parking lot-ish style area where it's large open area and then you have trees around you kind of. You do get a little bit of reverb and stuff, but it's very pleasant. I'm even shooting against the truck. I didn't even notice that. Most of the time when you shoot against the truck, that noise comes back at you. So really, pretty dang quiet. This would even work for a home setup kind of thing. It's that quiet. So now let's shoot them wet, and let's see if that really makes any kind of a difference. All right, so we put wire pulling gel in these. Pretty much the same rough amount of a pour, of a, however you want to call it, of a dribble down in there. Make sure we're not obstructing the bore in any way. Should be good. All right, so now let's line them up again. Let's run it again. Let's see how this works. Again, smallest to largest, CGS Mod 9 SK wet. Still not bad. Still very good. Very decent for a can that size. It's not bad at all. All right. Omega 9K wet. Nice and quiet. Is what it is, guys. Is what it is. R9. YHM R9. Pretty good. That's pretty good. All right. Wolfman in short. I mean, that's quiet. That is nice. That's nice and quiet. Shoot through a car. That's not bad at all. All right, so now with the Wolfman, since we can't shoot it in long, let's go ahead and shoot it in long and figure that up real quick. All right, now in theory, this should be the quietest. In theory, maybe. I don't know, but let's see. I mean, it's quiet. At this point, you're just dealing with, I mean, you'd have to have a decibel reader really to come out here and tell the difference. I'm not sure if this is any louder or quieter than like a 22. You can tell it's got more oomph than a 22. You can tell. And a lot of that is that bolt clacking around. If you really think about it, a lot of that noise is that bolt just clacking around in there. Yep. Here's some steel and drive people nuts. Yeah, that's louder. Obviously. Quite obviously. But just to shoot off into the dirt. Yeah. Woo! Yeah, shooting suppressed, wet, really is nasty. All right, so there you go. It just kind of goes to show you for price of what you end up paying for stuff. I think the cheapest one we have out here is the R9, the YHM R9. Yeah, everything's wet, so I got nasty crud all over me now. But the YHM R9 is definitely the cheapest. Or I would say the least expensive. Cheap is a bad word in this context, because really, as you saw, it's pretty dang quiet. It's pretty dang quiet, and it does a very good job, I think. Shooting suppressed wet is obviously a very messy thing to do, so be careful about that. But yeah, the Wolfman in longs is nice and quiet. Really, it's not a terrible whole lot of difference to me in long and short, so I would just go ahead and stick with short. Looks good too. But I was honestly really surprised. I'm not so much surprised. I was happy. I was happy with the performance. Sorry, with the performance of the little CGS Mod 9 SK. As small as that guy is, he probably shouldn't work as well as he does. I mean, just case in point again. Steel. And you still got some wetness going on in there. But I mean, he works perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. I've got no problems with him at all. In that configuration, even if you put a little bit of wet stuff in there, just bladed material to keep it set by your bed, whatever, this would be a really nice little setup. Very quiet. In those 165 grain, I need to chronograph them, but they still have some punch to it. Anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the sound. This guy worked. It all worked well. So anyway, let me know what you guys thought. I'm not going to sit here and drone on about it, even though I could. I love to talk and stuff. But there you go. Those are 4 different suppressors that we have. And how they end up sounding, how they end up working with a 7.5 inch knocked off Space Invader, but a 7.5 inch direct blowback, 9mm shooting 165 grain subsonic ammo. So anyway, that's a little look at this guy. I'm extremely happy with how this guy shoots now. Very smooth, works like a champ. I don't think we had any problems. It's just working, doing what it needs to do. Don't ask questions about all this stuff, because this is Chinese knockoff and a Streamlight. But yeah, it's just for kicks and giggles and for pictures, pretty much, because I don't have night vision stuff. That's it. Y'all be safe. I appreciate you guys watching, subscribing to anything. If you got questions about anything, let me know, and we'll get you answers as best we can. All right, y'all take care. Hopefully we'll catch you in the next video. See ya. All right, guys, here we go. Today we've bastardized this thing. I'm so sorry. This is, yeah, yeah. Anyway, I have excuses for this. This is all pretty much fake. Anyway, let's just start that over. That was a dumb take. We'll put that at the end, because that's what happens sometimes in real life.